Projector, roll off.
And everything's kind of going slow, and I've always been thinking about it, especially because we've been trying to make a movie for the last probably 8 years, a Samurai Jack movie with different people, and it was never coming together the right way. And so I was literally sitting in the bathroom, and I decided, you know what, maybe everything's going slow, let's see what happens if I just kind of put it out there, if anybody wants to make it. And so I sent an email about it, I got it right back, and then I got on the phone with Mike Lasso, who runs Adult Swim, and we talked, and within 2 weeks we started.
What brought you to move to Adult Swim?
Because it's, I think Cartoon Network doesn't do those type of shows anymore, and because Adult Swim starts at 8 o'clock, right? It was always a primetime show, so it seemed like a natural fit, and Lazo loved Samurai Jack, and he just tried to get it on the air, and so it all happened just like that.
Is this going to be the final season? Is you wrapping everything up?
Yeah, it's the final journey, whatever happens at the end is going to happen.
And 10, 12 years, but it's like...
Well, that's also, one of the reasons I'm doing it is, for the last, 10, 15, 14 years, everywhere that I went to speak at schools, I do press and all this stuff, the first question always is, Samurai Jack, are you going to finish the story, are you going to make a movie, whatever it is, and so I decided, before that interest goes away, I should just do it.
How many episodes are you expecting for this final?
So we're doing 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
One story.
Did you feel like you were able to at least get everything you needed in these 10?
Yeah, for sure. What's the great thing that turned out is developing a movie, and in the movie, I actually wanted to finish it somehow, right? I had all these different ideas, right? And I kept trying to make those ideas work no matter what version we were doing because I felt like they were strong. And so in the TV show, I probably had 3 movies, so it was a perfect vehicle to really tell the story the right way. And that's why I think that's why it all worked out, because if you believe in destiny, which I do, fate and stuff, it's the best vehicle for the story and for Jack to finish.
Is there any challenges or changes in how the show's going to look?
Yeah, luckily we got pretty much everybody back who did the original show, but the hardest thing is us, because we're so ambitious and our ideas are so big. They're so hard to do in television. TV is all about schedule and budget, and you're always fighting that. And we've got these ideas, and they're hard to execute, and they're creative, which is exciting, And that's really the challenge. Is, we can only work so many hours, and I'm not. I was 30 when I did Jack. I'm 46, and those late nights are brutal now. Where before it'd be like no problem. Yeah.
Is the budget the same as
I think it's better. Yeah, they've been really great about that. It's that's the thing. It's they gave us everything that I could ever want, and I can't find the right people. And it's a super specific style of storytelling, visual storytelling, and not everybody does it nowadays. Storytelling's changed in the years.
There's a lot of contrast, at least in your story, for both culture as well as timeline. In the new coming season, how do you feel about are we going to be able to see a broader world of Jack, or are we just kind of narrowing, following him through his kind of
Well,
journey?
it's his journey, but it's pretty epic. I think not just emotionally, but the journey that he takes. And there's this overall theme that's more complex and kind of underneath that's actually really contemporary, that I think people can pick up on it if they really kind of analyze it. So I think it's a lot deeper than anything I've ever done.
Scotsman coming back?
For sure. How could he not?
Oh,
So I always love the soundtrack. Are we going to see the same one, or is it going to be revamped a little bit?
I think it's going to be revamped a little bit. I'm trying something else. I had a great experience with Jim Venable, but I've got this other person to kind of go in theme where the show is going.
Okay.
I don't think I can announce it yet, but it's going to be really great. It'll feel, I think, really the same, hopefully better.
Is how you're going to go and conclude the show changed in your mind from what you're thinking 14 years ago as it is now?
No, there's a story that I wanted to tell a few years, probably after I finished. It's something that I've wanted to do in animation actually for a long time. And it's super challenging. But if we get it right, it's going to leave people in tears.
Has anybody approached it on continuing
Not anybody with any significant amount of money, no.
So I know this is the feature, but post Samurai Jack afterwards, are there things that we should look out for your work? Are there things that you're excited about coming up after Samurai Jack?
Yeah, well, I mean, we announced, I'm going to be directing Hotel 3, so that's coming up, and we've got a really fun new idea in place, and I think it's going to be even more visual, hopefully elevated to that next level, and then after that, I don't know, Right. Because Sony went through a lot of changes. My projects go through a lot of changes, but we'll see. Once I get back in there, they're super, respectful of me and what I do, and I think they want something. I don't know. It's hard to say. Each one is like a little war, and if you can get through successful and survive, then there's a future. But right now, it's all looking sunny skies. Yeah, essentially that's what I started doing after the second hotel movie. I had a lot of meetings and kind of seeing what's out there, seeing what is interesting, and it wasn't. Everything was really just, everybody's trying to go for the safe bet, right? So it's all stuff that's existed. And for me, I want stuff that's new, that's fresh, I can take a good spin on or something. And nothing really came my way. But there's two things that are in development on, actually. And so we'll see, maybe that could be after Hotel, if they come to.
One more question.
Do we have a slated release date for Samurai?
Not yet, no, probably early in the year, I think.
Early in the year.
17.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.